McKeever in. Coming in, looks like batter shell from the far side. And Benjamin Hardkoff. Owen Hetla tries to move. Sams runs into a wall, sends it long, goes wide right and off the end line. So if this is recording and sending out, and several people volunteer and I wasn't able to perform, so I'm doing it one man. Wasn't for lack of help, just lack of ability. McKeever flips it out to Bardo. He's in the corner. He's going to try and work his way in. Back to McKeever. Oh, ball comes loose. Kingfisher tries to pick it up. McKeever bodies his person off and goes around the corner. Flips it to Declan O'Brien, and it hits the ground. Declan's got it. He tries backhanding, but it gets sticked away. It's going to be picked up on the end line by Balin Bardo. Bardo brings it forward and takes a shot to the body from a long Pullman. Their goalie tracks it down in his crease. So that's going to be Ryan Fadley challenging for it. It's going to be far sidelines. Fadley bringing it around with a long Pullman in pursuit. Fadley turns the corner and the ball hits the ground.
Sarah said hit the zoom a little bit.
Hit the zoom a little bit, okay. I will take it a little further in. And ball goes loose for midfield with Trent Severson in pursuit from the far end. Trent challenging the Kingfisher player on the sideline. And there's flag down. Well, that's Battershell turning and coming back in. So Callan Evans is going to be back. Roman Bacchus is going to be on defense. Kingfisher tries to work it back behind the goal. Again, I apologize for the quality. Kingfisher takes it around the outside. And that's going to go over the end line out of bounds to the Thunder. We're up 5-0. Roman Bacchus, a long Pullman, brings it in. Challenged by Kingfisher. And he works it forward to their defender, Zane Waters. The ball comes loose. And that ball gets popped loose, looks like by Ryan Fadley. Nope. William Galway up from maroon to play for gold. And that's out far side. It's going to be Ryan Fadley taking the inbounds. And Fadley feeds in for Hardikoff right in the goal face, and he fires it in under the goalie. So 6-0, your Ankeny Thunder Gold. Middies are going to be, for this, going to be Jackson Summerall, Tig Sams, and Luke Battershell. Or, no, that's going to be Owen Hetlett. I thought that was Battershell with the black helmet. Forwards are going to be Balin Bardo, Hardikoff, Fadley. Sams is going to take the draw. Referee making sure we're set. Some kicking going on, and the ball comes free to Kingfisher. And Owen Hetlett on the defense. Jackson Summerall knocks it free, but is picked back up by Kingfisher. Jackson, some good defense there, some pressure all the way around. And pops it free again, but Kingfisher picks up. They flip it down into the corner. Zane Waters sends it forward for Sams, who puts on the speed and sees Hardikoff, and it just bounces over, and it's over the end line. Kingfisher brings it in with Hardikoff in defense. They send it forward, and it looks like this is going to be Chase Adelano bringing it up the near side. He puts it into Bardo, who's looking for a seam. He's setting up a play. Feeds it close for Trent, who gets the defender somehow got in the way. Fadley out far side. They're hearing the 30-second call. Ball gets free. Trent picks it up. And he does a nice spin and release. And he's coming in. Flips it for Bardo. Blocked back out for Fadley, who puts it in. That's going to be 7-0. Your Ankeny Thunder. Again, I apologize for the failure of missing the first 4 or 5 goals by your Ankeny Thunder. Thought I had everything set up, but I am no Sarah Sams and could not recreate her expertise. This will be the first of 2 this Saturday morning. And I hope in the between games to have the stream up. And we'll have scoring on one. And just the Sideline HD live video as well. We'll see how we're coming out for second half. Looks like, of course, the outstanding Zyler Cox in goal. Still running a clean sheet for this game, as he has for many, many games. His good goaltending and his hard work in defense. If I'm right and this is halftime, then we will switch ends. And we will be defending the goal on your right and attacking to your left. And the other way around, as you saw in the first half. Referee's doing some equipment check. It's probably getting hot running out there, and our respect for them because there aren't nearly enough people crazy enough to be a referee in youth sports. I'll say committed rather than crazy, but there aren't nearly enough people that are willing to do it because while there's a whole lot of great fans, there's always going to be a couple of ugly fans, and youth sports makes it all the uglier. But we'll continue with this extended halftime, and we'll have to get some show tunes, possibly a band. Not sure if I'm picking up some.
Thanks, bud.
What's that?
My wife says thanks, bud. Get it all set up.
Hi.
She's got it on the big screen in the living room. So
I
she's happy, so thanks.
I hope that
working
the Zoom, that was just my wife telling me, just skip it, go straight to YouTube. She's got her own streaming channel just for when stuff like this falls apart. She's always got a backup plan. I hope I'm zoomed in well enough to...
She says it's... I can hear you. Oh, she must be talking through that. Here, I'll show you.
Guest commentator, I got some color.
She's got her up in this,
Oh, yeah.
on our bigger screen. So she said, I think it's looking good.
If we do it right, the scoreboard will show when we do it the correct way. We'll get it repaired between games.
Okay. Thanks, bud.
All right. So we're going to start second half, and we are setting up. As I said, the Stellar Zyler Cox in goal. Looks like his defenders are going to be Declan O'Brien, Chase Adelano with the long pole, Trent Severson on the far side. All three of our defenders choosing the long pole, and those three gentlemen are normally middies or forward, which moves your attackers as your former defenders, as the coach does when the score gets a little further along. Give people so now your former defenders, now attackers, are going to be Zane Waters, Roman Bacchus, and I believe Chad Fox is out there, which puts your midfielders as Callan Evans, William Galway, and Luke Battershaw. Galway, who played real hard in the Maroon versus Gold game earlier in this week, going to be taking the face-off. And that's what he did in the Maroon Gold game, is took the face-offs. Oh. Now there's flag down, and Kingfisher's progressing, so I'm not sure what the penalty is going to be, but it's going to be against us. Kingfisher trying to work it back behind the goal. And Trent fighting with the long stick. Declan gets some help and gets told by the coach to back off. All right, so the ref is... looks like he was signaling warding off, if I read that right, or interference. Anyway, William Galloway is coming off, and Kingfisher's going to be on the attack. Ref's got him spotted the flag down. He's going to get us rolling here in a moment. Thank you, sir. Kingfisher fifth. They're trying to work the outside. far side, working it back to the top. Callan Evans coming out to challenge. To the side, back around. Luke Battershield challenges and Kingfisher misses a pass but gets it up off the ground. And they're going to reset. They're just not able to crack this Thunder defense. They're able to work it around the outside, but they're not getting a clean lane, clean shot. And that's what defense is all about. Go Thunder. Adelano comes out, challenges them. They miss a pass. He tries to body them off the ball. Kingfisher working it around again. And the penalty is up. So we're back at full strength. So we're going to even add another defender to that mix of keeping them out. Galloway's up challenging. Kingfisher tries to fire it. He bounces it far and away, but they pick up very far away on the side, and they're going to reset. So our defense is allowing them the outside, the perimeter passes, but just won't let them break in. That was a long shot tipped away by Declan O'Brien. And it goes out of bounds to Kingfisher. They're doing a field fire off to my right, so there may be some smoke. Ball's on the ground for Declan. Kingfisher gets a shot. They fire it wide. Kingfisher's still working the perimeter.
So we don't know when they play, and so we don't know what he's going to do. You know what I mean?
And try working it back behind again. Trent is out pressuring. Luke Battershell out pressuring, so breaks up that pass. Zeiler fighting off two close-in shots and is able to tip it up and away because that's what our goalie does. Kingfisher tries coming in close. They have to send it high and long, and Callan Evans gets it. Kingfisher on the attack again at the perimeter. Yeah, there's just the Kingfisher fires it from way out, and Zeiler Cox nets it down. He takes a lap. He sends it forward. Adelano fighting for it. Kingfisher's able to bring it in. Callan Evans challenging. And they slow it down. I know we've had some player changes, but we are still fighting them on the perimeter. Zeiler reads it, sends it long upfield, but it's picked off by Kingfisher midway. He tries to pass it forward with Jackson Summerall on defense, and it goes out of bounds. So Jackson with a nice read. He's going to bring it inbounds. And he's bringing it upfield to the center. Sam's is in as a midi, I think.
He's got a nice pair of long legs.
Zane Waters moves in, takes a shot, but it goes over the end line.
It's okay, I have to get an orange stick, so you'll still see me. But then he prefers that one, so it's like.
Kingfisher fires it long, and it's knocked down by Sam's. He flips it up and forward for Chad Fox. He tries the shot, but misses.
If not, I have to.
It's going to be Kingfisher off the end line again.
I've got an extra just solid one. Oh, perfect. I'll bring those.
Because she's going to bring him Monday for the photos.
Kingfisher sends it. Jackson Summerall sees the ball on the ground,
I knew that he had a.
picks it up, sends it center
Like, I'll try to get there. She goes, I have to be set up by 4:30.
for Roman Bacchus, who fires. Their goalie knocks it down,
And it's at.
and they flip it out to where Balin Bardo is on long stick attack.
On their toes as far as like end of
Sam's trying to pick it up at center field. He gets pushed and works his way around the outside perimeter. He's still rolling. He flips it out. Chad Fox. It hits the ground. Jackson Summerall comes up with it.
They're loose enough now, babe. They're loose enough now.
He works perimeter. He sees the seam.
stretched out.
Flips it in for Sams, who misses it just wide. Oh, tied. He wants to score so bad. Working back out the far side for Balin Bardo.
Did you see him roll his eyes? Did you hear the eyes roll? Oh, yeah. It was a joke. I'm not being mean.
Chad Fox fires, and it's going to go over the end line.
I would be doing the same thing.
It's going to be Zane Waters bringing it in off the end.
I didn't have a cell phone.
He flips it off the referee, and Tide goes to pick it up.
I had never seen
Tide's in pursuit when the Kingfisher player picks it up and sends it forward. And that's read nicely by Adelana, who breaks it up, and Hetlet is taking it upfield.
No. I remember when they got that.
He flips it forward for one of our former defenders. That was Waters firing across, and it's going to be out of bounds. Looks like Bach is going to go after it.
Sophia the first. And I decided that Max's favorite show is Stuck Tales, the 80s. And so I play that. And it's because there's a million episodes. And so, like, it doesn't stop. And I like it.
Bach is coming in. He's coming hard. He flips it net front for Chad Fox.
They don't hear everything else.
And that goes out for Waters. And it's going to be our turn to work perimeter.
Just hit season 2.
Waters goes in and puts it in. Point blank.
But if season 2 came on and they were like
Slam in the back of the net. That's going to be 8-0. Your Thunder on top.
My fourth favorite dog is named
I believe this is third quarter, and that's the end of the third. 8-0, Ankeny Thunder Gold versus Kingfisher.
It's funny how he knew the plan. And that's right.
That's the joke. But it's also.
So we put 4 or 5 quick ones on them, which unfortunately I was unable to get on video while I was struggling with my knowledge of the system. Now that we're live, Kingfisher's been really working the perimeter but not able to come in and strike where your Ankeny Thunder have been.
I mean, we don't have to play anymore today.
We'll see if the coach stays with the rotation of defenders to attackers, attackers to middies, or if we'll go back to the traditional set that they've got.
How about we don't do that? Right, like I'm literally running in the chair and my fingers are if you want to fly with me, we're going to be moving.
Well, that's Ryan Fadley holding up a long pole, calling his team in.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
That's where you guys go?
It is a fork.
Zyler still has his goalie net.
Public restaurant, if we got our own table, it'd be okay.
And he's going to come down and defend the goal to your right.
If we both showed up, we could figure something out.
It looks like the attackers are going to stay with defenders of Bacchus, Waters, and Chad Fox. Your midfielders will go to Hardkopf, Fadley, and trying to pick up who's on the far. So Carson McKeever is going to be your far midi. Your defenders, former midfielders, looks like it's going to be Sam's Hetlet and Balin Bardo, all going long pole. Fadley's going to take the draw with a long stick. He's been skilled at each position, so we'll see how a long stick face-off works for him. Some body bumping going on the far side, but Kingfisher comes up with a draw. They're advancing with Hardkopf in pursuit. Kingfisher working it around the perimeter again, and it's I think Kingfisher didn't advance, and now it's headed upfield with Hardkopf. He puts it for Waters, who's coming in hard, but then turns back.
I don't have any issues with my heat, but I got
Ball hits the ground. Hardkopf, Waters. Waters comes up with it. Nope. Yep, Waters comes up with it. He fires just wide, and it's off the end line. Kingfisher ball. Kingfisher sends it long, and Chad Fox is there to tip it. Hardkopf with the pickup. And he's up the far side. Working at the middle, leaves his Kingfisher defender on his knees. Fadley with a long pull from way out, their goalie knocks it down. Waters tries to reverse the side, and Fadley's going to pick it up on the near side. He flips it out to Bacchus. He's going to start working in.
There was a handful of people in there.
I thought you said
And we've got
the
and a ref, I believe, called we didn't move fast enough. Kingfisher tries sending it up the near side, and it's going to be out of bounds. There's our fire approaching us. That's Bardo up the sideline for Fadley. And he's going to work in. He tries getting it to Fox, who it's on the ground. It's long pulled up by Sams, who gets it stolen from him. And he's fighting to get it back. Warren Gowie sends it forward, and Kingfisher breaks it up. Our long pulls are just baffling our midfielders. Flag comes out, but it must be on us because Kingfisher's continuing to play.
It's snowing. I'm like, you're in the middle of a game.
Fadley comes forward. Balin Bardo challenges. Fadley tries tipping it away. Kingfisher's going to pick it back up. Kingfisher looking to go inside. Nope, they go around the back, and Hetlet comes out for a challenge. Sam's is out challenging, and it gets loose and goes center of the field where Kingfisher's going to recover. So that flag is still down waiting. Far side. Sam's knocks it down. He's trying to work that long pole in, but Kingfisher's able to recover. They send it to the top where Balin Bardo's fighting for it. Declan O'Brien comes through, and the refs are going to stop it. He goes to pick up his flag. Let's see what that call is. So I thought Chad Fox came off, but I'm not sure if the penalty was on him or it was a procedural. And Kingfisher's going to start. Kingfisher working the perimeter again. Hetlet in pursuit. Kingfisher trying to take their time, work the perimeter. Looks like Adelano challenging him hard. He's not getting free. He pops it free. Adelano with a scoop and steal, and he's off down the far sidelines. Flips it forward for Zane Waters, but it's going to go out of bounds. Nice play, Adelano. Read the Kingfisher players trying to work it around the perimeter, and not going to let it happen. Kingfisher goalie has it, and he's looking for someone to throw it to. He sends it center, and it lands right in the net in Callan Evans. He flips it to Chad Fox, but it's broken up. With Jackson Summerall in pursuit. William Galloway working for it. Kingfisher tries advancing it forward, but it is long stick by Balin Bardo, who sends it way up the side for Roman Bacchus. He sees Jackson Summerall in the seam. Summerall comes in, and getting tripped and stumbling, he still puts it in. Beautiful shot, Jackson. That's 9-0. Your Ankeny Thunder gold.
You don't like Uncle Cody or Annie, do you?
She said.
It's going to be Luke Battershell on the draw. Jackson Summerall as a midi. Trying to figure out who my other midi is. Looks like Callan Evans. Your attackers are going to stay your defenders, the Bacchus, Waters, Chad Fox line. We're going to have Hetlet, Trent Severs, Kingfisher on the draw forward. They try passing it, and it goes over the end line out of bounds. Severson sends it forward for Callan Evans. He advances it to Jackson Summerall. Jackson coming in, looking. Sees Roman Bacchus, who from the side of the net fires one in. A great read by Jackson. Great vision by Bacchus, and your defenders get an offensive goal. I believe that's going to be 10 or 11. And we're going to go rolling start, just rather than the face-off. And here comes the Kingfishers. He comes right up against Hardikoff, who forces a play. Fadley picks it up on the near side, and he's advancing up the field nicely. He's looking in. He raises his stick, brings it back down. Gets bodied for his trouble. He slips his defender. Can't quite get it where he wants it to go. There's some scrum in the front of the net. Hardikoff comes up with it. It's back on the ground. Chad Fox challenging for it. And spending a lot of time being raked. Carson McKeever in there challenging for it. And back on the ground. McKeever ends up in a heap, but comes up with the ball. And I think we're just about out of time. Hardikoff goes to fire and can't keep him. And Hardikoff is upset with himself. And your Ankeny Thunder rally around Zeiler, who yet again has a clean sheet. Ankeny Thunder goal over Kingfisher. And I hope to have the next game against Valley much better done.